and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information.
Good day, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. It's the weekend already. Short week for most of us. But yeah. Oh, there's that. That happens sometimes. But yeah, welcome to the show. My name is Mike. You're watching Borderline Banter. And as always, Dustin's here clicking buttons. What's going on, Dustin?
I am indeed. Happy Friday, everyone. I already said that in chat way earlier.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We did make it all the way through the week. Thank you, Mike, for being here with us. I know it's a pretty warm one there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's over 100 degrees in my bedroom right now.
So that literally kills Canadians.
Oh, yeah, it's not fun. So if I die, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, want to get right into it?
All right. What are we starting with?
You should have the list.
I was saying to read the title, but
well,
I'm still chewing.
I can't see.
Dr. Disrespect making a comeback after.
Oh, well, it's not working. 1 second.
Online?
It's not working. You're not sharing it.
What do you mean? No, I haven't switched to that yet.
I see. I can't. I don't see that. I don't get to see that because if I see I see that, it makes it so the screen is black, so I cannot look at that window. It's super annoying. So.
And
but
you
yes.
don't remember what you typed.
No, that was.
Well, yes.
That
This is the story that got everyone here, right?
Yeah. So from the gamer. Dr. Disrespect returned to streaming tomorrow after messaging minor. So yes. So
I mean, that's such a crazy headline, first of all.
Yeah, it is kind of weird how people get away with this stuff, though. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. I was
like, did you message the minor today? And that's why
I think we talked about this when it happened.
I think we did, yeah, because he mysteriously disappeared off of, I think it was Twitch.
Yeah.
And nobody knew why for a very long time. Then suddenly,
something got leaked or something.
Twitch leaked something, and that basically said he did some shit. He tried to set up a meeting with a minor at TwitchCon. He did it through Twitch Whispers, and then he came out and said, "Yeah, I did that shit." So we didn't even have to sit there and speculate on it. He came out and made a big announcement.
Yeah,
saying,
so
I did that.
And I'm pretty sure it's a felony to try to meet a minor, to arrange to meet a minor in the States. I don't know how he's getting away
with it.
Because even to agree to meet a minor, that's a felony right there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about every state. I don't know about every state though, so it depends on the state. I know Colorado does that. I know a few other states only because I watch a few YouTubers that do that creep catcher stuff. You know. I don't know, but regardless, if this cross state lines, that makes it federal. So that makes it a felony for sure. Then you would think.
This says he resides in San Diego County, California.
Oh, California, they probably not okay with that. Never mind.
Yeah, you've got
it's California.
What do they call California? California, whatever.
Yeah, it's like whatever. So
they don't have laws there. Of course not.
Kill, rape. That's okay in California.
Key takeaways. I guess is this the TLDR?
I guess, but I think there's an article down below.
Dr. Disrespect has announced he will return to streaming tomorrow, 2 months after admitting to inappropriately messaging a minor. So yeah, that was 2 months ago that he did I did that shit.
So now where's he gonna be streaming? I have a guess, but where is he gonna be streaming?
The platform that will host the streamer's return was not named, though Kick is the only platform that hasn't distanced itself following the controversy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. And that's one reason I've left Kick. That's one reason we left Kick, is for exact reasons like that. Is because they
have no qualms.
They don't censor their platform at all. No, they don't.
So Dr. Disrespect's real name is Herschel Baum the Fourth. I don't trust anybody who names himself after their child, their name.
Well, it's not really his fault though. That's not his fault though.
I mean, but like it is now.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm making it his fault.
So he announced.
Go to his dad.
He announced that he will be returning to streaming tomorrow. When was this article written? Was it today?
Yesterday. Oh yeah, that's a good point. When did this? This says one day.
So yesterday. So that's today.
So I think he actually returned today because I thought I saw somebody actually watching something of him today. So let's see. I should be able to Google what platform Dr. Disrespect returned on? YouTube? Was he on YouTube?
Well, I think he was kicked off that, but
it says Dr. Disrespect returns to YouTube streaming with a new explanation. Do you just want me to pull up this Forbes thing real quick?
Let's pull it up.
We may have just a straight up update to what's going on here. Oh geez, it's Forbes. It says returns to YouTube streaming with a new explanation for his ban. And this is September 6th, 7 p.m. So
okay, so that's today. Yeah, so that was
6 minutes ago.
Wow, so that was 6 minutes ago. Wow.
6 minutes ago, Paul Tassi put this out. So.
Well, this is at September 6th, 3:14. So this is actually, you have to go up. Oh. Scroll up. It says September 6th, 3:14 p.m. right there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And for the record, 3:14 is Pi, which was my old cat's name. Sorry, let's just call that out.
Nice timing on the post.
Yeah.
Nice timing. So yeah, this is as fresh as the news is for this. So yeah, it says admitted to improperly contacting minors, returned to streaming on YouTube with a lot of caveats. Dr. Disrespect's channel was demonetized by YouTube as all this was unfolding, and he says he wants to stay on YouTube rather than move elsewhere. There were theories perhaps he'd find a home with Kick or Rumble, places that attract controversial streamers. And yeah, that's putting it lightly, I guess, probably.
He's live right now, I think.
Is he?
Yes.
I think I just heard him saying the word live.
No, it looks like he just ended it, actually.
So it says he will reapply for monetization at the end of the month, but he can take donations, and apparently some people have already donated today during his YouTube streaming.
That's pretty disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people can support whoever they want, though, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah, whatever. So.
Yeah, you think you'd be a little more choosy.
Yeah.
Especially since he's also washed up, so like.
And the comments here, I just want to show, like, people are supporting him in the comments. A lot of people are supporting him in the comments.
Oh, you switch to yours?
I'm going to, yeah. Let's see here.
Let's take a look at those.
Nope, I'm not. Oh, wait. There.
No?
Yeah, here I am. Okay. So, I think it should be... No, it's not going to work. I don't... See, this is why I don't switch shit. You're missing now, and... So, no, I can't change it. So, never mind.
Okay.
So, see, that's what I mean. I don't know. I think I have to play with the settings on... Now that we're just one streaming, because it's still set up for when we were streaming on Kick. So whenever I move things, it messes things up. So I got to work on that this weekend. But yeah, a lot of people are still saying, "Oh, welcome back! I can't believe you're back! Woo, you're back!" It's like,
so a lot of people are excited.
Yeah,
don't really care about the reason he was gone. So I mean, okay, and this article kind of gives us a little more on that. This first return stream was watched by 230,000 people.
This thing's real. Okay.
Sorry, okay, I'll watch it later. I want to watch it later because he looks pretty creepy. He looks like a creep
That's how he
too.
always looks. That's like his signature thing. Mustache with the glasses and the wig.
Yeah. Okay.
So 230,000 people right when it launched. 30 minutes or so later, it dropped to 160,000 and continues to fall, though that's still a huge amount. So I guess the peak was right at the beginning, which is interesting because watching like some of the other things, like the Aiden Trump thing, it felt like the peak was definitely not at the beginning.
Yeah, but
the viewers for the Aiden Trump thing was somewhere near the middle.
But that's different. Kick might notify people differently than YouTube, right? So, you know, YouTube might...
Maybe Dr. Disrespect in the algorithms maybe got shot in front of everybody on YouTube at the time. You know?
Okay, so he does talk about the lawsuit. So...
he has restricted chat to subscribers who have been subbed for 13 weeks.
Yeah, but he has. So
so the only people you hear talking are people who are...
support him.
Big fans. Only big fans can say stuff.
Wow. So...
He did, in fact, briefly address the issue at hand, where his stream is called The Truth, and he has previously deleted his long admission messages where he acknowledges he was banned from Twitch because of inappropriate Twitch whisper messages he sent to a minor.
No, I'm going to have to change the title because I was online today and I asked ChatGPT as like, so did Disrespect talk to a minor? And he's like, they're like, nope, Disrespect never admitted to talk to a minor. I'm like, I know he did. They're like, nope, he didn't. So ChatGPT was like, nope. I'm like, but he did. They're like, he was just like, nope. So I was like, I was like, nope, you're wrong. So I was like, okay. So sure, computer. Is that his right there?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't see that small, but
this is yeah, it's pretty small. Where was it that he says it? I don't know if this is the whole thing.
Anyway, yeah, that's September 6th. No, this is September 6th. It looks like. Oh, that's a screenshot though.
Yeah, this is Chrissy posting it saying because right up here it was saying he deleted it. Yeah. This is Chrissy reposting it saying it doesn't. You can delete it all you want. Right? It's never going away. We all have it still. Yeah. So let's things. You can't just delete things on the internet. But there's somewhere in his dumbass statement that he put out 2 months ago where he literally just says, "Do you want the answer to the question?"
What's that screenshot say? Yes. What's that screenshot say though?
You want me to read this whole thing?
I don't skim over it if it says anything.
I think it's missing the part where he literally says, "Yes, it's true," because it's quite literally he says, "Yes, it's true" in those exact words. It's like unequivocal, but I don't see it here. So, hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the... That's what I was saying. I don't think it's...
Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay. You probably have to click it. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's all good.
I click it. What happens?
But it brings up your... Yeah. So.
But there's probably... I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes, there it is. He said it.
Like, it's literally in the littlest words you could say it. He's just like, I did that shit. Like, okay.
God damn it.
You don't have to even think about it. He just says, yeah, I did it.
That's ridiculous. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So his explanation this time is that he had a Twitch partner manager with a grudge who scrapped those Twitch messages and sent them to Trust and Safety at Twitch. Twitch legal and others within the company with out of context screenshots, which eventually did in fact lead to his ban. How do you have out of context screenshots with a minor? Like,
I don't know. Can we just tell him to release them? Like, can we just see them?
I don't know. Okay.
Just release the messages. We'll tell you. I mean, look, if it was out of context, then all you have to do is release them. Then the context will be clear, right?
He says
unless,
that,
of course, unless, of course, the context was that the messages were sexting or a violation of child exploitation, which is what we're about to say in the next sentence.
Yeah.
He says Twitch Trust and Safety originally concluded the messages were not sexting or in violation of child exploitation federal laws. And he says he did not exchange graphic sexual messages or images with the minor, though Trust and Safety ended up banning him regardless.
He tried to meet up with the minor. That's a felony. Like, that's...
Yeah, I mean, he's saying, like, oh, I didn't do all these things. Like, okay, but you did the thing.
Okay, I don't care if you're going to meet up with the minor. There's a reason you're meeting up with the minor. Okay? Yeah. Like, so, like, I don't know. That's...
He says the minor did not want to escalate things to Twitch. Law enforcement agencies determined he did nothing wrong, and he won his case over the issue with Twitch. He says it was just banter. Fuck this guy. Yeah. Fuck this. He can't do that. He can't do that.
I've just made the decision. I'm gonna sign a cease and desist letter to this guy.
Oh, we need to. This is bullshit.
He's done.
He used our.
After previously in the deleted message chain, there were conversations with the minor leaning too much in the direction of being inappropriate. So it was leaning in that direction. So and then you try to meet up with the minor. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. He claims that Twitch did not look at the age of consent when the message is received. That gives you a picture of the kind of technicalities he's getting into. He made fun of people asking him to release messages if they were not in fact inappropriate. Something he mocked and said, "What are we in second grade?"
Yeah. Show him to me. I want to see him. I am second grade. I don't care. Show him.
Yeah, no, that's he's up to something. Yeah, that he would just show it. He said they lean inappropriate.
Well, how? How inappropriate?
Yeah. And again, he tried to meet up with the minor, regardless. You know what I mean? Like, there were no apologies. He is a fully in character as Doc. He started with a game of Wordle, and now is trying to get the Black Ops 6 beta. As I write this.
Play Wordle?
Well, when we first met, we did.
We played Wordle. We banter. He's literally stealing our shit.
And these current viewing numbers are inflated, given that no doubt many people simply want to see what he would say and what the first stream back would be like. But it's clear that he will have loyal core of players. What clear viewers players it says though. He will have a loyal core of viewers, which is of course unsettling given that these are just accusations. He admitted to inappropriately contacting a minor, and this new explanation of someone had a grudge. Like, okay, I'm having a hard time here.
Yeah, someone had a grudge, and the age of consent where the messages were received is okay. Yeah, that's basically his new thing. He's saying that like somebody maliciously went after him, and that actually it's legal because of age of consent laws and wherever.
So, the way I look at it, there's a thing for Millie Bobby Brown, that girl off of Stranger Things. It's like, we can't wait till she's 18. She can get on OnlyFans. Yeah. Any person that followed that page waiting for her to turn 18 is a piece of shit, pretty much. I'm gonna say that. Like, that's pretty creepy. If you're waiting for the girl to become legal to take a look at her, that is messed right up. You know, like,
and that's just
I don't know. That's my opinion. Sure that's my, the Billie Eilish, a whole bunch of them. And I'm sure there's been a lot of boys too, like back in the day, the boys from Home Improvement.
Look, as creepy as that is, at least they are waiting until it's not a crime.
But it's still creepy though. But I'm just saying that's still creepy. But this guy using the age of explicit consent, saying, but she's the age of consent. No, like that's so.
Do you know what Arkansas's age of consent is?
16. So
it's something stupid.
15 and maybe. Okay, 15.
I'll probably
get
put on a list just googling this.
Yeah.
Do I trust it? Okay. The age of consent in Arkansas. The age of consent in Arkansas is 16 years old.
16, yeah, which it is most places.
That's a minor. So like, he could literally be saying, "Oh, he was okay because he was Arkansas."
Yeah, and then you go one state over, and if you're one state over where it's 18, because I think California actually is 18. They don't really go into it, but I think it's 18. And what's a federal? Is there a federal age of consent? Is there
you said one state over?
Yeah, like, I don't know. What do you mean by that? Like,
so California and Arkansas are right next door to each other?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, I said one state over. It could be a different law with 18. I'm pause. Period. California. Yeah, California. But
wait, what's this about firm handshakes and showering?
But much of his credit.
2 times. Yeah. This must be things about him. I don't watch his content, so I guess these are like things if you know him. Handshakes and the 2-time must be things. So there's nothing preventing Doc from streaming unless he gets flat out banned from YouTube, which could still happen. But monetization is another open question. So, like they're saying, he's not monetized right now, outside of people handing him money.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
But Jay's brought up in chat there, no game is going to want him playing their game, which is kind of what this gets into finally here. He can get these donations, but sponsor deals have no doubt all evaporated for the foreseeable future. He was also kicked out of his own game development company. That was that Midnight Gaming thing or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to have him. I wouldn't sponsor him to play my new mobile game.
No, yeah, like
it's not a name I want associated with me, right?
No, so I wouldn't. So,
but I don't think it's going to stop. Like, just trying to think about Prime Energy drink, right? I could definitely see him getting a Prime Energy sponsorship.
Yeah.
Possibly a NordVPN one because they're not paying attention and don't seem to discern anything. They just give anyone a sponsorship. His entire stream right now is him reading donations and fawning messages from his viewers. I do not recommend watching. Oh, this is the author of this article. I don't know if that's all he's doing and he's not actually playing games. Then I really don't see the point, right?
He was playing games. He was playing some games, and I watched it.
It said Wordle and whatever else right up above. Wordle.
Yeah. No. When I just quickly watched it, and he was watching some games.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of the point. I mean, you can't just sit there and talk. You got to go back to what was working for you.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't work out. I honestly hope it doesn't work out for him, but that's my opinion.
The other thing is, prior to his whole stuff with the minor, he's had a lot of issues like cheating on his wife and shit. So he's already a pretty shitty guy.
And he's going after a minor, so his wife should probably not be with him anymore.
Yeah.
Again, my opinion. So
I think that's all I got on Dr. Disrespect. You got anything else on this guy?
Is there anything else in that first article we talked about or no? Because this is the second one, right? I guess
it is
probably nothing really. Because that was the update. So no, nothing. Dr. Disrespect is a piece of shit.
Oh, I guess we have this. We could watch whatever this is.
2 minutes.
Oh god, that's too long, isn't it?
Whoa, that's loud.
Is this him returning? Is this like his return video?
Yeah, okay, I don't... Oh, that's lame.
So he posted like a big long thing. This is part of how he had 230,000 at the beginning. He put this out, which is always smart to do. You know, use your other socials to let people know when you're going to be live and stuff.
All right.
But no, I think that's probably about it. That is the end of the article right there.
For sure. Well,
it says YouTube distances themselves, but we'll see if they decide to monetize them. I guess that's potentially an update we'll do.
Okay. Next story.
We'll stay on YouTube stuff, right?
Why not?
Gizmodo has our next story. YouTube deletes Tim Pool's embarrassing Kremlin-backed videos. Fallout from the indictments continue as YouTube strikes hundreds of videos from its service. So this one is a follow-up from Wednesday's story?
Kind of, yes.
Where there was an indictment where it wasn't specifically naming Tim Pool and it wasn't specifically naming Tenet Media. But I guess since then, now it is. Now people have just said that is definitely what's happening. Because YouTube is doing actions based on it now. So they must be convinced at least, right?
All right.
That's completely unrelated. So, YouTube has removed 5 channels linked to Tenet Media following a Justice Department indictment that tied the company to the Russian government. The now defunct Tenet Media channel hosted hundreds of videos from right-wing influencers like Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, and Benny Johnson. Are they really going to just say Tim Pool's a right-wing influencer?
Yes, so...
Because would you agree that, I mean...
No, I would not agree at all.
I understand he's not a good left-wing person, but he is a left-wing person.
Yeah, he always has been left-wing. He's always been on more... And now has he
his
gone more right?
Just weak on purpose, but that doesn't make him right-wing.
Yeah, well, he said that too. He's argued that too. He's like, I say one thing that's a little right, and people go crazy, and they call me right-wing and conservative and mega. He hated Donald Trump in 2016. Not that that matters, but he did not vote for Donald Trump in 2016, right? Because he hated him. But anyway.
So what state does he live in?
Virginia, I believe.
Okay, I think I'm just going to believe you because it's not telling me otherwise anywhere.
Is Virginia close to D.C.?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he does. Yeah, he's not
really
far.
close.
Yeah, okay, then he's in Virginia for sure, yeah.
So, where Dave Rubin, that's no question. Like the Rubin report.
Okay.
That's
Benny Johnson.
He doesn't even.
Benny Johnson. I'm pretty sure I've seen his post, and yet they're a little pretty rehearsed, I'd say.
But that's not to say that like if you could do from a left wing or a right wing stance, you could do Russian talking points from either one. So they don't have to all be the same. So it's kind of weird to just lump them all together. I'd rather just say from influencers if I were rewriting this Gizmodo. We have to call out Gizmodo a lot on the way they write their shit.
Yeah. I should.
We understand there's a bias here, but we still pull their stuff. So, the DOJ has alleged that Tenet Media founders Lauren Chen and husband Liam Donovan took money from employees of the Russian state to fund videos that echo Kremlin-friendly talking points. Chen and Donovan allegedly contracted a lot of the work to influencers like Cool, Ruben Johnson, and Lauren Southern. Now many of those videos, which often had less than 5,000 views, are gone from YouTube.
So yeah, none of Tim's videos are deleted on his channel, I don't think. So
are they going to actually name the channels? Because they said, I think up here, they said 5 channels. YouTube removed
Tim's channels are there. Tim's channels are still there.
Tenet Media. So yeah, I want to know which 5 are removed so we can easily tell. Because they're just saying names, of course, that doesn't help. But if they're like, you know, you're saying less than 5,000 views, like what even are these? Following an indictment from the U.S. Department of Justice and after careful review, we are terminating the Tenet Media channel and 4 channels operated by its owner, Lauren Chen, as part of our ongoing efforts to combat coordinated influence operations. Well, so one of them is the Tenet Media channel.
Yeah, and it's probably some of their personal channels too, or I don't know. But
apparently YouTube's not the only company cutting ties. Hours after the DOJ unsealed the indictment, Blaze Media, a company founded by Glenn Beck. Oh, I remember him. He used to be on Fox News, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, said it had fired Chen.
I heard that today. I just heard that early before the show started.
She worked there as a contributor and appeared in videos for the company. Lauren Chen was an independent contractor whose contract has been terminated. Oh, okay. I mean, so this is somebody else cutting ties with persons. Yeah, I mean, that could happen to Tim if he has other ties with sponsors or promoters or anything.
But he doesn't have any sponsors anyway. He sponsors himself. He's got a coffee company, and yeah, he doesn't.
Coffee.
He does. So,
the unsealed indictment did not name Chen, Donovan, or Tenet Media, but various journalists were able to independently confirm that they're the unnamed people at the heart of the charges. According to the indictment, Chen and Donovan knew that they were being paid by Russians. The two joked about it in private Discord messages seen by investigators. Okay. That's crazy. They're up in their Discord DMs. Many of the influencers involved have denied any knowledge of the scheme, and the DOJ has asserted that they were unaware.
So yeah, so
they're saying yes, he did get paid by the Russians, but he didn't know about it. Yeah. Chen and Donovan, the people at the top, definitely did.
Bosses,
there's evidence,
right? So yeah,
I guess the other people, the 6 people they keep naming, better hope they didn't have any DMs, because if they do, they'll find them. I guess.
I'd hope Tim is a little smarter.
And this is what I thought Tim's response would have been: was if I did, I didn't know. Was what I thought he would say.
He said
it wasn't his initial response.
Not at first, but I watched a little bit of the show today, just from last night.
His initial thing was no, absolutely not. Like, hold on, buddy. Why are you so sure?
I fell asleep to it just earlier when I tried to turn it on, but he was going on about it. They were talking about it, but. All right, so
277 pages.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we need to really get into the rest of all this because they're literally going down a crazy rabbit hole here.
No, I think
2,800 influencers, 1,900 anti-influencers.
So should the anti-influencers get in trouble too? Then they're supporting
Ukraine.
I don't
know.
How are they supporting Ukraine and Ukraine's paying them?
I don't know. This is Russia's social design agency. So I don't know that I care about either of their lists. This is weird shit. They're like Russian.
Or maybe they pay them both. Maybe they're like, oh, we'll pay both, but we'll make more influencers.
Anti-influencer indicates that the account posts content that SDA views as contrary to Russian objectives.
Oh.
What? Okay, does that help? But Russia is literally tracking influencers and influencers that say bad things. They call those out specifically. Like, all right. So, I don't know. They seem to be paying way too much attention to our influencer people because, come on. There's a bunch of impressionable, dumb people watching these influencers.
TikTok.
And they know it. We know it. We can't just ban TikTok. I mean, they're going to just do it on... Where are they doing this one on? Twitch?
Well, the TikTok's gone January 19th. So.
Or where does Tenet Media? That's all on YouTube. These are all YouTube. So
yeah, so they're gone.
You know? But... Well, this batch of them, you know. What even prompted them to find this batch?
The election's coming up.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on.
Yeah, I wish they had named the 4 channels because obviously if they were to say the Timcast channel or
it would be wrong.
I think there's other ones like Timcast IRL. If they were to name either of those channels, they'd definitely say it if that were one of the named ones.
Yeah,
right?
But they're not because I could.
That would be spicy. Too spicy not to say. So we can pretty much rest assured his main channels are fine.
From the AP, Michigan judge loses docket after she's recorded insulting gay people and black people.
Well, that sucks for her.
What's a docket? Is that?
Well, yeah, that's literally what made me think about it. It's like, what does that mean?
Doctorate?
Loses docket. Do you lose your job?
Yeah,
because we talked about judges before and about how a lot of judges are appointed positions and stuff.
Well,
so I mean, does this unappoint her? Does losing a docket unappoint you? Well, I had to look into it. So, is this her? This photo provided by Oakland shows. Okay, probate judge Kathleen Ryan. Yeah, this is her. That's Kathleen Ryan. Judge. And that's the name I looked up as well, Kathleen Ryan. A suburban Detroit judge is no longer handling cases after a court official turned over recordings of her making anti-gay insults and referring to black people as lazy. Oakland County probate judge Kathleen Ryan was removed from her docket on
August 27th for unspecific and specifically misconduct. I can't say that word. Now the court's administration has stepped forward to say he blew the whistle on her, secretly recording their phone calls. Now
secretly, is that okay?
In some states, yes, but other states, no. Because some states, both parties have to know. Other states, only one party has to know. You know?
So, yeah. I just want to make it right. I want to keep my job and do it in peace. He told the WXYZ.
Wasn't secretly.
That's a ridiculous TV channel name, by the way.
It's probably a local TV channel, though.
And I want the people in Oakland County that come to court to get a fair shake, to have their day in court, to have unbiased trier of fact. Well, yeah, we don't want a judge that literally just is openly biased like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's great if there's evidence of that we have a process to do something. But what is a docket losing?
Yeah.
It says that she won't hear cases, right? That's what it said. No longer handling cases. For how long?
They don't know yet. They don't.
The judge didn't talk to the TV station, but her attorneys, Gerald Gleason and Thomas Cranmer, said, "We look forward to vindicating Judge Ryan in the appropriate forum." Oh, so she's saying nah.
Unless it's an AI, unless this guy came out with an AI voice recorder of her and is trying to pull that.
Maybe.
And we're gonna find out by Monday. We'll find out by Monday that this guy's being charged for falsifying AI voices.
I'm getting assaulted by both cats. Okay. So probate judges in Michigan handle wills and estates, guardianships, and cases that involve the state's mental health laws. Okay. Yeah. That's probably not somebody you want handling those things. In the phone recordings, Ryan uses anti-gay slur against Dave Coulter, the county's highest elected official who is gay. She also referred to blacks in the U.S. as lazy. But can we just hear the recording?
Just in the U.S.? No, is that just in the U.S.?
Yeah, apparently. I'm not systemically racist. I'm a new racist, said Ryan, who was first elected in 2010. What the hell does that mean?
I'm a new racist.
What is? Okay. I'm a new racist. What the hell? You're saying you're racist,
What did he just say?
I said this person said.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Did you have to do that every time?
How's it gonna clip that?
You can, anyways. It is legal to record phone calls in Michigan if one party consents.
Hey.
So this is a one-party state.
Yeah.
In this matter, it was Hutton who said Ryan had called him at work and after hours for years. Well, yeah, so there you go. I mean, Michigan, one party, boom, you're good to go. Hutton said he sent the recordings in August to Coulter. Oh, so he sent the recordings to the person that she was talking about it. Coulter, that was the dude she was talking about.
Damn, that's a stab.
And they also sent it to the Chief Justice of the Michigan Supreme Court. and other officials. Okay, so he did. He sent it to the people who need
Well,
it.
no, honestly, good on him, because, yeah, you don't want a biased judge in there, because that's not fair.
Here's the thing. She's suspended with pay.
Of course she is, yeah. So.
While she's investigated by a judiciary watchdog. So it's one of those unfortunate things where.
And what's gonna happen is that she's gonna be asked to retire, step down. They're gonna ask her to retire and step down, and she'll still get her pension. So.
Maybe, probably, yeah. I mean, there's probably a happy ending. Her father was a state and federal judge. A brother, Daniel Ryan, was also a
She's
judge.
definitely getting her job back, and
literally like multiple judges in the family.
Yeah.
Like she's probably just gonna get her judgeship back, but somewhere else.
Okay, that's it.
Which is pretty messed up. But I did look up this specific position, this probate judge for this Michigan place.
Yeah.
It's not an appointed position.
No,
in fact, it is an elected position. And in 2010, she had an opponent who she defeated. I think she had, if I recall what I read, 53% of the
vote. And unopposed for the next.
And then in 2016, she ran somehow unopposed.
Yeah. So.
And hasn't had to face a re-election since.
Well, okay, well, that's the thing, though. That's not like that's on the people who could try to take that position from her.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
so when she's up for election again, I'm pretty sure she's out as long as anyone else runs.
Yeah.
Anyone.
So.
Just do not let her go unopposed. Is what I really hope.
I don't know. It could be like I don't know. Like I'm sure there's a lot worse people out there, but. All right. Well, let's move on to
let's do it.
Another story about judges.
Mm-hmm.
From the BBC. Trump's criminal sentence delayed until after the election. I saw that.
And they're sure about that. They're not going to drop a bomb in October.
I saw that go. They might, depending on the polls are looking. Depending on the polls are looking, they're like, well, let's have November 10th. No, let's have November 10th on Monday. No, November 4th. Sorry, my bad.
I don't want him to have any excuses.
Trump's criminal sentence. So yeah.
So we're all on pause then for the criminal proceedings.
Whatever. But there's this. I forget. He's on X, and
these were the
he
34
hates Trump.
felony counts.
His name is a Brooklyn Dad or something, and he was so happy about this. And I made a comment. It's like, how many times are you gonna cheer for Trump going to jail? It's not gonna happen. And he doesn't respond. Really, but he's so happy. Then today that same guy was like, God damn it, this is bullshit. Trump. And it says it below. I'm like, that's why you gotta stop counting your chickens before they hatch, you know? Your eggs before they hatch, sorry. Because because
you have to apply the rich guy filter.
Now this guy's a friggin' completely far left wing nut who gets paid, I'm sure. Because he just posts his baloney to get reactions and to get people.
I don't know. You gotta remember, there's a lot of trolls who don't get paid.
I think he does, but just because of how much.
Because remember, I troll, you troll.
Yeah, but not to this level, right? But
I feel like my trolling's pretty top notch. Yeah. I pose as a cat on Reddit, and so then when people post stuff about their cats, I post my response from a cat's perspective.
Donald Trump's sentence in the Manhattan and hush money criminal trial has been postponed after the November election.
So it's 26th November.
Judge Merchan on Friday delayed the sentence to the 26th of November, citing the unique time frames that this matter currently finds itself among his reasons. So if Trump wins on the 5th, if he wins on the 5th, they sentence him. There's no way they're going to sentence president-elect to jail. Are there? You know,
Well, no. I mean, if he gets elected, he has the power of the pardon.
Yeah.
Right away.
But is this a federal? Yeah, this is a state case. He can't pardon himself.
Is this state? This is
state. So.
Yeah, New York state.
So he can't pardon himself.
Well, I mean, he could beg the New York people to do it, maybe. You know.
Yeah, but he has to seek. Honestly,
they established that presidents are immune to everything. Yeah. So no, they can't put him in jail.
Yeah, they already said that though. Anyway,
you could do the most atrocious thing, and you're not going to jail for it.
They already said that too, and not one president. We talked about that. How they already said presidents have immunity, and not one president had a problem with that.
George Bush lied, and
they have a problem with everything else Trump said. Every single president alive will say something about everything Trump says, But now that they're saying that there's
I
a
don't like to bring
president,
up Trump when we're saying the immunity thing. George Bush.
but I'm just saying that all those presidents always bitch about everything he does. And then the one time that it says president immunity, which is gonna be good on Trump, they don't say a word. Just like, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't blow up any babies. I did not blow up an American child for no reason. You know, Obama and Bush too got many killed.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many reasons to throw basically every president in the slammer, but he has been found guilty. So how's this going to work out if he loses in November? Does he go to jail then?
I still don't think he goes to jail. I think he just goes to Mar-a-Lago.
Or if he loses the election, they just drop this because they don't care anymore.
I said that. I was like, they'll like, just drop it. Everything's just gonna go away. They're like, no problem. It's all good.
No reason to care now, right?
So, lawyers of the Trump
Republican after November.
Yeah, lawyers of the Trump and Republican presidential candidate have used several legal maneuvers to delay the sentencing, which has been scheduled. That's
not spelled right.
Had been scheduled. Maneuvers. Has been scheduled for 18th September. Like, I can't spell, but the red line pops up for me, you know, usually. And I'm like, oh, well, that red line, why is that spelled wrong? But this is BBC, so maybe they spell it. Maybe this is British, so maybe that's how they spell it.
It's like color. They don't know how to spell armor. They don't know how to spell
you
color.
don't know how to spell that color. So.
There's no O-U-R. Why are we
anyway, yes, there are, because that's how English is first. A New York jury in May convicted Trump. We already know that, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, this is over. We're not going to hear about this until after the election. So, yeah. I think we can move on from this and hit the last article here.
He does literally say the timing thing up above.
Yeah.
The timing he's talking about is the thing it should be. Presidential election. So, that is quite literally why the judge is wanting to delay it, which, that's fine. Like I said, don't give Trump any excuses. If he loses, I don't want him to be able to go, oh, I lost because of this thing. No, it was delayed till after. You can't say that thing.
They know exactly. No, and that's true because it might just get if he got. And the thing is, if he got sentenced on the 18th to prison, he would have won the election. I guarantee it. Like I know I've said that before.
That's what you were saying. You were saying if he gets
and I think they realized
we don't have to think about that.
I think they even thought that. That's just because every other time something's happened to Trump, his numbers rocketed, skyrocketed. That's just what it is. So.
All right. We have one more story, unless you have anything else on Trump.
No, I do not.
All right, we're gonna go to Global News Canada for our last one. Father of Georgia school shooting suspect arrested, charged with murder. We didn't cover this story.
We didn't cover this Wednesday. It happened Wednesday, but it was still new details in the story, so we didn't talk about it. I'm glad we didn't because they did have a whole bunch of wrong information. First information came out that it was a 14-year-old black kid.
There was
a
lot of bad info that came out earlier.
And I'll just say, they said it was a 14-year-old autistic black kid that did it. No, it wasn't. Again, I'm not bringing up race at all. This time I did last episode, yes. But that wasn't the case.
Not just said that, they put it with a photo and shit.
That wasn't the case. They were wrong, completely wrong. So I'm glad we didn't do it because we didn't deframe that young boy for no reason. So.
One of my questions is literally answered. Because when I first was hearing the story coming out, my thought was of that other story we did where the parents got charged.
They
literally enabled their names. They enabled their kid to do it.
I actually just saw a clip from this father and the son when the son killed his first deer. They just about a year and a half. Yeah, the real kid that did it. Yeah. So. All right. Well, let's see what this.
Is it normal?
Well, he hunted. This guy, I watched it live. I don't know if it was live, but he said it was live. He was shaking. I don't blame him. He's going to go to jail probably for the rest of his life. But he was,
I assume this article will give us all the previous details that we don't have.
I hope
because they always do in the other articles we've read. So, a father of the 14-year-old suspect accused of killing 4 people on Wednesday during a shooting at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia, has been arrested and charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. So this is the father.
Just 2 counts?
Has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder.
I think they raised that. Because when I was watching the court case, I think he was going to get charged for 4 counts at 30 years apiece. And
state authorities announced the charges against Colin Gray, 54, on Thursday. He was also charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 8 counts of cruelty to children.
Because there were injuries to children, right?
Yeah, this would be for anyone injured, I would assume, right?
Yeah. No, what this is
but
good.
Yeah, they gave him 4 counts of that thing.
This is
2 counts
not good.
of this.
Okay, this is good, not the shooting, but the president of this, how they're going after the parent right away. They're not holding back. They're not waiting like the last time. They went right to this guy. It's like, nope, you gave him that gun. You're responsible just as much as he is.
Yeah, there's a couple details that are very relevant. It's that this parent has made this this firearm available, and this parent there's 2 things, that and then the parent was also aware that this child had some mental health issues.
We'll get into that.
Those were 2 of the details that came out.
Regardless,
that previous story.
Other parents are going to think about that though. Now, other parents are like, "No, what? Maybe we should block this up. Maybe we should actually take our kids serious."
Well, yeah, and gun safety would teach you to keep your guns unloaded, store it safely, store it locked, store it separate from the ammunition. Like several things you're supposed to do as a responsible gun owner that they're supposed to teach. These pro-gun people all are big believers in these things too. If you ask any of them, they're like, yeah, gun safety. But like, what's up? This father straight up didn't care about gun safety is what happened here.
Okay.
Made this gun available to a 14-year-old kid who had some problems.
I'm pretty sure he bought it for him, yeah. We'll probably tell us all.
Yeah. Officials said on Thursday the charges were laid because the father, quote, knowingly allowed his son, 14-year-old Colt Gray, to possess the military-style rifle used in the shooting. His charges are directly connected to the actions of his son, said Chris Hosey, director of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, during Thursday's evening news conference. If convicted on all counts, Colin could face a maximum prison sentence of 180 years.
Yeah, so he's dying. Actually, today in court, when the kid, don't know his name, but when the kid was in court, the judge read off is like, your sentence, you're either gonna get the death penalty, you're gonna get life without parole, or life with a chance of parole. Then he pulled him back in. He's like, I made a mistake. Because you're a minor, you will not receive the death penalty no matter what. But you're gonna either serve life or life without the chance of parole, or life with parole. So.
Right. Which, when that becomes available or he becomes eligible to try for it, he will have to still petition. And there's people like Charles Manson who petitions over and over and over again and never got out. He tried to get out on parole.
Now, again, this kid, we were talking about that last episode, how some young kids were going that took a plea deal, going to juvie. They killed a guy, right? Now, the
ones that killed the other teenager?
Yeah, so we were talking about that. It's like, now, does this kid deserve to go to jail for the rest of his life? He did kill 4 people, but is there redemption from that? Again, that's hard, because it wasn't just a school fight that could have said that got out of hand like the other 4. This was him going to school with a gun, trying to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can't answer that. I don't think you can answer that. I think you have to have mental health professionals see if it is a possibility or if it's not a possibility. There's certain antisocial personalities we can't have in society. We all, I think, agree on that.
Yeah.
So I think, but I can't identify those. But there's people who can, and that's the kind of place you should go, where there's security, but also mental health professionals who can analyze and figure out. Because 30 years from now, maybe he is a totally different person.
Yeah.
When he's 44 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a different question.
Okay. Well, that's
at least for me. But for some people, they're like, no, lock him up, throw away the key. It's over. He killed children.
Yeah, he did. And that's the thing that's really hard
to. 2 kids, I think.
Like he needs to definitely be in jail for a while. If not, I don't know. I don't have the answer for that either. So.
And now the father, he made the gun available to the kid who did the terrible thing.
Yeah.
I don't.
But the kid was on the police watch list. The police went to his house because he made threats online a year ago. So this is also on the. I'm gonna spoiler, but that's
I don't necessarily know that detail. I didn't actually read everything. So.
Yeah, but the police went to his house a year and a half ago, because he made threats online. And then they're like, okay, well, you can't do that. And he got in trouble for it, but nothing happened from it, I guess. Colt was arrested after authorities said that he used the AR-15 style rifle to open fire inside his high school about an hour's drive from Atlanta. He's been accused of killing 2 students and 2 teachers, as well as injuring 9 others. The teen has been charged with 4 felony counts of murder and will be tried as an adult. Potential motive is not clear.
So unlike those other teens we talked about in that other story, this will be an adult case. So,
Brad Smith said the suspect will he'll face additional charges in the coming days. So yeah, he's getting a lot more charges than just the 4 counts.
Oh, they're not done. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because looking at above, you've got the 9 injured,
9
which they
attempted murders.
The dad.
9 attempted murders.
Well, it's the exact same charges they gave the dad up above, right? No, all those, and maybe more. Prior to Wednesday's shooting, Colt was already on the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
It's not funny, but every time there's a shooting, there's that meme. It's Bart Simpson, and they're like, "Say the line." Have you know that line? Like, say the line, and then it has a line that shows Bart Simpson.
He was on our radar.
He was on our radar. Like, it's not funny, but it happens all the time.
Why can't they address it before?
What are these red flags laws? And 90% of the freaking shootings that happen are red flag laws already in place, and nothing happens to them. So the red flag laws are pointless.
They have no teeth. They have no actual enforcement power. Is the problem? I think probably.
Investigators said in 2023 they traced online threats about executing a school shooting to Colt, who denied the allegations. The posts, which attorneys said were made to the platform Discord again. Huh.
Jesus, I feel personally attacked because we're on Discord for our audio right now.
We're on Discord 24/7.
On YouTube, people don't know that, but we are.
Yeah.
So
contains photos of guns.
Doing all this crap on our platform. This platform better stay up. Is my only thing.
Yeah.
I like Discord.
Well, if they haven't taken down we didn't talk about either, but one guy just went to jail for Telegram.
Yeah.
Like that's a horrible bad one. But if they haven't shut down Telegram yet for what they do, they better not shut down Discord. But okay,
I hear weird things. But yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, no. So they knew about this kid was making threats and had photos of guns in 2023, and who denied allegations. So wait, they asked him about it, and he just said, "Nuh-uh." Like, why would you even ask? Like, you saw the Discord messages. You saw them. Why would you? I don't understand the even asking for the denial. Like, that's just weird. And then they did nothing. So, do they wipe their hands after hearing a 14-year-old say, "Nuh-uh"?
And
they said, again, okay, job's done here then.
How much can they do? Do they have like a screenshot?
They can make sure there's no firearms in the household
okay,
anymore.
yes, but they have a screenshot. But again, they have a screenshot. The guy says no. They check. I don't know. I'm not agreeing with it, but they clearly knew something. They didn't look into it enough. They should have got a warrant for his phone. They should have got a warrant for his house. You're right.
Oh, it looks like they're going to tell us a little bit more. So, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office interviewed the father and son, but determined there was no probable cause for arrest or additional law enforcement action. So they saw no cause, not that there wasn't something they could do. They just
saw no reason to.
No reason to do it. Apparently, there are things they could do. Officials could not definitively link the threats to the suspect, who was 13 at the time. The father said his son did not have unsupervised access to hunting rifles that were stored in the home.
Oh.
Well, that sounds like it's a lie.
Yeah.
Which is why this father is screwed. And it sounds so much like that other story, because this is just, you let the kid have these guns. You know you did. Both Colt and Colin appeared in court on Friday morning. During Colt's hearing, Supreme Court Judge Curry Mingledorf, they made that up.
Yeah.
They made that up. Said the teen would not be eligible for the death penalty if he is convicted because he is under 18.
And that's what I was saying, is they made him come back because he's like, oops, because he was being tried as an adult, so the guy probably just went on autopilot. It was like, oh shit, you're a kid. Yeah. My bad.
Oops, we still can't kill you. Even tried as a adult, we don't kill kids.
Well, it takes 12
Thank God for that, right?
It takes 12 years to get killed anyway, usually.
Yeah.
Colt's hearing lasted less than 10 minutes. The New York Times reported his public defender did not request bond. He wouldn't have been given bond anyways.
No, I don't think he'd have gotten it. And yeah, he's facing life with or without parole, like you said earlier too. So, no bond for Colin either. Legal counsel for Colin and the dad didn't request bond either. Which is interesting because I actually would have thought Colin maybe would have.
Many lives are ruined. Many lives are ruined because of that. And
but I mean, look at him. He looks broken.
He does.
So maybe he's just accepting it at this point.
But like, you got to take better care. I'm all for.
He fucked up.
I'm Canadian, and I'm all for your American Second Amendment. But you got to take care of your weapon. Take care of your product.
Right. It's called gun safety. If you're gonna have guns, you have to have gun safety. And this guy failed gun safety.
And this is why there's an issue. Like if the people were proper about it, it wouldn't. But again, that's big open question.
So students Mason Schermerhorn and Christian Angulo, both 14, and staff members Richard Aspinwall, 39, and Christina Urami, 53, were killed in the shooting on Wednesday. 9 others left injured. 8 students and 1 instructor are expected to make a full recovery. Well, okay, so that's how we explain those 8 charges for the dad right there. There were 8 students that were hurt, and then he's also getting the 4 charges for everyone who died.
Yeah.
And then 2 additional charges for the kids who died. That's why he had 2, 4, and 8. Because specifically for the 14-year-olds
probably
who died,
won't get them all. They'll probably won't get them all, but they might get them on something. So
I'm just glad to see they're doing something about obviously bad parenting. This is the second time they keep doing it, and unfortunately, how else are we supposed to stop these?
Unfortunately, they're going to keep having to do it. And we didn't talk about this, but JD Vance got in a lot of shit because he said it's a fact of life that this happens.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
But he said it in a different way. He's like, I don't like that this has a way, but this is a fact of life. And unfortunately, he's correct. That is what it is. Denying that it's not the fact of life isn't going to help anybody. But yeah, like they gotta take better. 99, actually 100% of them can be prevented. Usually because of the parents or these red flag laws. But
I will counter you.
Yeah.
What does fact of life mean?
I don't know. You have to define.
I just typed what does fact of life mean?
Can you
That's literally
pull
what
it up? Let's see.
I didn't know either. So I pulled it up. Oh, yeah, let's pull it. Let me just copy this over here. We're going to do a learning session with the banter. Okay.
That's way too small.
A fact of life. It is way too small. Something that must be accepted as true and unchanging, even if it is unpleasant. So the thing is, it may be true and it may be unpleasant, but it's the unchanging part that makes it where it's not a fact of life. Okay.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Makes it
seem
2 out of 3 ain't bad,
but it's not a fact of life. Because it is something we can change, unless JD Vance thinks we can't change it, and he might. He might literally think we can't change it.
I honestly don't.
And that would be abhorrent.
I honestly don't think it's possibly be changed at this point. I think it's too late.
Well, you don't think that prosecuting the adults or the parents is going to be a step in the right direction to preventing the further tragedies?
Maybe
you don't think
some.
It'll help at all?
Maybe some, but it's not.
That's a change that can help.
Yes, but so then but it's unchanged. It means it's never going to stop.
Believe in the change.
So,
I mean, we probably can't get to 0, but I don't think 0 is the goal right now. America is on fire.
I guarantee 99% of people has never known what the fact of life meant. Because the fact of life is like, COVID's a fact of life, no matter what. COVID's a fact of life. You know what I mean? Death is a fact of life. But you can...
Death is a fact of life.
But know what? But nowadays, you can extend it
until immortality comes out, and then it isn't.
Okay.
You know? If somebody finds, like, the Fountain of Youth, it's a rip.
All right.
The suspected shooter surrendered to 2 school police officers briefly after allegedly opening fire in a hallway of the high school. So the other thing here is we didn't have Uvalde again.
Yeah, they were the coward police force hid. So,
so family members of the father and son have spoken publicly and condemned the shooting. Well, I mean, you basically have to. That or you just don't go out and see the public.
Yeah.
The teenager's maternal grandfather told the Washington Post that Colt should be held responsible, but likely became violent because of his tumultuous home life. My grandson did what he did because of the environment that he lived in. This is the grandfather.
Yeah, and for the record, he's not saying that it's an excuse. He's like his grandson should be held responsible, but that's probably why he did it. Which his grandpa's probably just trying to process what happened. Because I bet that's
this
hard.
Is a grieving. Like, this is somebody who's grieving. So
yeah, like, and that's the thing. People always go after them. How dare they say that? I'm like, they're having a lot going on in the brain right now. They don't know.
But that's but he's also somebody close enough to them to make these sorts of assessments, and you can take them or not take them. I mean, it's obviously just his take here. But he also said that Colt wouldn't have gone and killed anybody if he didn't have a damn gun.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Grandpa was opposed to the gifted rifle.
The boy's aunt told outlets the outlet that Colt has been begging for mental health help in recent months. So the kid himself has been begging for help and no one's helping him?
That's kind of crazy because
so
we always end our show with like all these resources out here. Like
that does hurt a little bit too.
His life, his aunt, this uncle, his mom, and dad should have been showing these resources to
And
Colt.
again, I'm not defending the kid, but sometimes you realize that sometimes you have a problem, and you know you can't. When your brain, you know you have a problem, but you can't stop that problem. It's like a drug addict almost, you know. Like maybe he pictured himself hurting his kids, and he said, "Hey, mom, I need help. Dad, I need help." They're like, "Man, you're fine." You know, maybe he probably should have got help.
Stuff
You
it
know what
out.
I mean? So
That costs money. There's a lot of things you could hear, which sucks because it's America. You're gonna hear that it costs money one too. Yeah, it's just really shitty because then we have these tragedies, and it's like, okay, well.
And then like they brought up that one case too. In April, the parents of a Michigan teen shot and killed 4 classmates. They each got 10 to 15 years on involuntary manslaughter.
So there's literally precedents here.
Now I wonder what about the mom. I wonder what's gonna happen if there is a mom. I don't know.
Good question. But doesn't look like we.
Those
are the Crumbly family. They're all in jail.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get anything else here. It's just the latest in the shootings. Are they gonna give us anything more? They're just giving us stats about all the mass shootings. We know how bad it is. Okay.
That's all we have. I was looking up there, and there's looking up school shootings from the 70s. There was like one every day in the 70s. You know, like one person dying or being shot. But
well, one person dying or being shot isn't necessarily a mass shooting, though.
Yeah. Well, I think it's 3 or I don't know what it is. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you still are watching, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and hit that share button. Every share and subscription helps us grow and make the show a little bit better. And if you ever want to join us on the show, we'd love to have you on. Go to borderlinebanter.com and drop us a line. In fact, actually, I say go to our Twitter X page because emails get lost. But if you go to X and message us right from there, or even just tweet us, we will get back to you. But yeah,
as long as we don't get banned.
We won't.
Yeah. And as always, we like to end Borderline Banter with a little mental health awareness. We cover some pretty fucked up topics, and actually tonight we straight up covered one where if this kid had some help, we might not have even had to cover that story. But you can come to borderlinebanter.com. You can click up here where it says it's okay not to be okay. We've got a whole bunch of resources, hotlines you can call to try to get a hold of somebody to talk through your shit, banter it out with somebody. You're not alone, and just want you to reach out and get that help.
For sure.
That's why we do it. And thanks, Mike, for being here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And
we will see you all on Monday. And we will be here Tuesday as well for the debate between
Yeah, that's right. I was
Kamala Harris and Trump. I screwed that up. From Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. I want to say Trump. I tried to say Trump and Kamala at the same time. It went all wrong. Wait, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And Kamala. Yeah, Kamala. Actually, I'm going to get in trouble. I'll get called some names. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. We are going to be watching. We're going to be talking about it. Feel free to join us. And if you want to join us on the show for that night to talk about the debate, we'd love to see you. See you soon. Cheers.